What's up, Planet Earth? This is the Movies vs. Films podcast channel. I'm Brian, and I'm here today for a quick video on the new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. So rather than do a traditional breakdown where I pause the thing every 15 seconds and go over every single element and give you 500 Easter eggs, I thought I would give my best guess as to what some of the things they're not showing us in the trailer are. Of course, I'm assuming that if you're watching this, you have seen the trailer, so I don't have to hold your hand the whole way through it, nor do I have to put my picture in the bottom corner, going, oh, when they show different things. You've seen the trailer probably a few times, so let's get into it. Okay, so first thing they do right off the rip is give us the little trailer for the trailer. So jumping right into who our villains are, we have Alfred Molina reprising his role from Spider-Man 2 as Dr. Octopus. We have the Green Goblin. Holy shit, not that one. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, not that one either. There it is. Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin from the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. And then from Spider-Man 3 in that same universe, we have Thomas Hayden Church playing Sandman. Then you have the classic villain Boo Berry from the... Oh wait, no, that's not... That's Electro. Ah yeah, Electro. He has electric powers and they fucking made him blue for some reason. La, 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 sing a happy song. Jamie Foxx returns. He's going to look somewhere between this stupid costume and the original stupid costume. He was in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and even though his character was corny in that movie, I still enjoyed him as the role. Last but not least, we have Rhys Ifans returning as the Lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I thought he was good in the role. Unfortunately, his lizard looked like a goddamn Goomba from the Mario Brothers movie. Hopefully they make him look a little more comic accurate. So basically, any major villain that the previous Spider-Man faced are coming through somehow to this reality. It looks like the movie is going to at least partially borrow from a storyline from 2010 called One Moment in Time, where he gets Doctor Strange to make people forget that he is Spider-Man because he revealed his identity in the Civil War comics. That will definitely be where the similarities end. So the biggest thing that jumps out to me early in the trailer, and actually throughout the trailer, is that Doctor Strange does not sound at all like he has in What If, in his own movie, Infinity War, that little bit in Thor. He just sounds different. Almost like he's not Doctor Strange. I don't know. I don't have any crazy theory that, I like to think Bernadette Bramblesnatch is a good enough actor that he wouldn't completely forget in a matter of months how his character sounds. It's just way, way off from the way he talks as a character normally. The next is when Dr. Octopus says,
"Hello, Peter."
Slams him into a wall. And says,
"You're not Peter Parker."
That's because he's not the same Peter he knows. Also, you'll notice when he slams him against the wall, the nanotech in his suit goes from his mask down to his chest. I think that is similar to what happens to Iron Man in Infinity War when he keeps getting his helmet busted off. He's running out of the material, so the nanites only go where it's needed. I think Dr. Octopus's legs, or arms or whatever, are somehow... I think Dr. Octopus's arms are somehow stealing the nanites off of Spider-Man's suit, and that's why he only had enough to protect his chest. There's not much focus on the other villains, and I think there's a simple reason for that. Alfred Molina let slip a long time ago that he was going to be in this movie, and it hadn't really gotten out that any of the other villains were coming back, so I think they're leaning into him more for the advertising, because I'm not sure what his role is going to be. They show him in a prison cell in the Sanctum Sanctorum, basically having a Hannibal Lecter moment, explaining to Spider-Man that all the villains he's going to see have been killed by other Spider-Men, so they, bit of a chip on their shoulder. I'd be a bit spiky too if I was murdered and woke up. Green Goblin has a couple of lines. Electro gets one line. Sandman doesn't say a word, neither does Lizard. It would not surprise me, though, to have Green Goblin being kind of the leader. But I'm Not sure what Sandman, what his motivation will be, because at the end of the third Spider-Man movie, it seemed like, not that he went straight, but I don't know, he was all weepy and apologizing and shit. It might be the kind of thing where he's promised if he helps Goblin kill Spider-Man, he'll get him back home to his daughter. There's a scene they show of Electro firing electricity at a building, and then they show Octavius falling off the building. I don't know if that's a mix of two different shots. I kind of would like to see a situation where one of the villains ends up helping our heroes, because, you know, even with the other two Spider-Men, and if you have Doctor Strange fighting, it's still 5-on-4, and a guy like Sandman really changes the odds. Same thing with Electro. They're not necessarily melee fighters. The Lizard's a melee fighter, Octavius as well. Goblin has the glider and bombs, so I'm curious as to how that goes. And then apparently the one they released in Brazil was a bit different. That final money shot where Spider-Man's diving across a scaffold, and you can see giant Sandman, you can see Electro, and you can see Lizard. Lizard's jumping kind of towards Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but then you see his head turn as if he was just punched, and there's nothing there. So clearly they've edited out the other two Spider-Men. We end the trailer with Doctor Strange on the Statue of Liberty saying that he can't hold back, you know, what's coming through, and it looks like almost from the show Loki, the messed up timelines going across the sky. Just like the rings that were wrapping around Strange and Peter Parker earlier in the trailer when the spell went wrong. So that could be something like that, where he was trying to send them back, maybe. We have the Statue of Liberty apparently being renovated. It looks like at some point somebody really fucking janks this thing because the head's coming down. We see MJ fall off the scaffold while Ned is trying to save her, and Ned is hanging out on a beam and she's falling. My guess is one of two things happen with that part. Either it's a fake out and Spider-Man catches MJ and Ned falls to his death, or Spider-Man fails to catch MJ, but a different Spider-Man catches her, and maybe that's how he's introduced. Or a different Spider-Man catches Ned. I'm fully convinced one of them is going to get himself perished, whether it's MJ or it's Ned, but one of them's going down. This Spider-Man has not really lost anyone, as far as we've seen. Uncle Ben died before Civil War. Obviously, we didn't see him with his origin story, which I think was good. But I think one of those two is on borrowed time. My biggest thing is I want to see how the three Spider-Men interact. Maybe one of the other Spider-Men having to borrow a suit. I would love to see Andrew Garfield, his Spider-Man, in the Iron Spider armor. I'm sure that's probably not going to happen. The black Spider-Man suit that we saw in the trailer has some magic, it looks like, around it. I don't know if the rumors are correct and that's his regular suit inside out. Another big thing I'm wondering about is, will they put Matt Murdock in this movie? Is he really going to be in it? I'm sure that if he is in it, they won't have him dress up as Daredevil. That's too many things in one film. But to introduce him for a quick 5-minute cameo will be interesting as his lawyer. Or, what I think will be a better idea, since the She-Hulk series is coming on, would be to use Jennifer Walters. Jennifer Walters is She-Hulk. She's also a lawyer. So, those are my thoughts. Those are some things that I think can happen. Also, I think it's a really good trailer. I like that they showed less. Sony has a bad habit of showing us everything before the movie even comes out, and they were really, really restrained this time. I don't know if Kevin Feige has people tied up somewhere in some basement or whatever, but I give Sony a lot of credit. I think this is going to be a very big movie. That's not going out on a limb, of course. This could be a Spider-Man universe version of Endgame. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it all year. What do you think? Are you looking forward to this movie? Did you see the trailer? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, like, subscribe, and share the videos. Only way we're going to grow this channel is with people sharing the videos with people that enjoy similar things to them. So keep watching movies, keep watching films, wear a mask, get a vaccine if it's safe, and don't be a dickhead. Bye.